Is it better? Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now? I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you too. Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Super. Yeah, nice to see you. Is the air conditioning working?
Where?
At your house?
Oh yeah, I just came from training. I just came from training my martial arts.
Ah, okay. Karate or?
No, I don't do karate. I do silat, kali, and jeet kune do. My teacher is 65 years old, and he used to train with from 1964 to 1973 with Bruce Lee.
Not bad. That's for a starter. Yeah.
Well, he's 85,
Mhm.
and he moves like a 40-year-old man.
Wow.
I'm 77. That's why I'm doing it, because I want to be alert, and I want to continue to play. Yesterday I was playing 2 concerts, Friday and Saturday, with the LA Philharmonic and Gustavo Dudamel. So that's why my mind is still fresh with music.
Yeah, I can feel that.
I've been doing a martial art all my life, but this art I started doing it eight years ago.
And you played classical music yesterday with the LA Philharmonic?
Yeah. I'm trained. I've been trained on classical too.
Timpani? You play timpani or?
I play a little timpani, but that's not what they call me for.
Okay.
They have see, they invite me to play. I'm not playing with them all the time. They have the orchestra, the musicians.
Right.
When they need an extra player, they call me.
Beautiful.
To fill up whatever, snares, bass drum, chimes, whatever they need for me to cover. You know, the Latin percussion, the djembes, African percussion, Brazilian percussion, whatever percussion, but it's the orchestra. And because I do a lot of movie soundtracks, most of the big movies I play on them with the orchestra. Also 80 musicians, orchestra.
So they know you from that kind of work, or
they know me from everything, for everything that I have done throughout my life. You know, they follow everybody. They follow not just they not just classical players, because most of the players in the orchestra also do a lot of movie soundtracks. The string players, the classical oboe players, and trumpet players, you know, trombone players and everything. So yeah, this Los Angeles is a big city, but the community of musicianship to be able to do that kind of work is small.
And how do you handle? I mean, there are so many percussion instruments and so many styles and rhythms. Is there like a system that you came up with warming up on all the instruments, or you have like project on these instruments and then another project maybe you're focusing on something else, or how do you go about the different instruments that you have to cover?
Well, I've been doing it for 60 years. I've been recording for 60 years, non-stop. I started in Peru when I was 16. Then I came to the United States and recorded in New York, in Los Angeles, in Las Vegas. Then I live in Puerto Rico. I went to school in San Juan, Puerto Rico. That's when I trained classical. And then I moved back to Los Angeles in 1973. And I moved to Las Vegas because I wasn't ready to really play at the level that they require me to play in Los Angeles. So I moved to Las Vegas to be trained with the orchestras and big bands. And then I moved, Weather Report found me. And then when I started playing with Weather Report, I moved to Los Angeles. And then I left Weather Report because I want to stay in Los Angeles to take care of my family and to have a steady check, recording constantly in the sessions. And I practice recording with everybody from U2 to Elvis, you know, and everybody else on the Latin field, Placido Domingo, Luis Miguel, Celia Cruz, Tiro Puente, whatever. I record already about 4,000 records in all kinds of music.
Mhm. And did you bring in the 70s the Peruvian flavors and colors to LA, or was it already there and you had to find your niche, or how was it back then?
I beg your pardon. What was the question?
The question was, in the 70s when you moved to Los Angeles, did you bring the Peruvian colors and different instruments, different grooves, or was it already there?
No, they were not prepared for that yet.
Mm-hmm.
What I brought in Los Angeles was my fusion play, my fusion, like play like Tony Williams and play like Alex, and be able to play with Wayne Shorter and Joe Zawinul and Jaco Pastorius. That's what I brought.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that energy you had in the first lineup of Weather Report with you. It was just gorgeous to listen to and to
Yeah,
watch. Yeah.
yeah. So when I play with that band, because those records that I did, especially Heavy Weather, became very famous worldwide,
Mm-hmm.
and still very much heard. Uh, they still listen to that record because it's a very good one, very musical, and so that opened the door for me to be able to penetrate in the studios over here. So I'm still the first call when it comes to a movie session or
Mm-hmm.
to any kind of a recording album, any styles, because I can play all the styles.
Mm-hmm.
Because
You,
I train myself on Latin music in Puerto Rico. I lived there for 9 years,
mm-hmm.
so I can play like a Cuban. But coming from South America, I can play like a Brazilian,
Mm-hmm.
and so I came to the United States to play jazz like the real jazz drummers,
Mm-hmm.
the way Tony Williams, Roy Haynes, Elvin Jones
Mm-hmm.
play. Because God gave me an incredible gift to be able to assimilate uh, all the styles. And I also had the opportunity to answer your question, to bring the South American, especially the Peruvian instruments
Mm-hmm.
and the music. Um, yeah, it's been a beautiful journey.
Yeah. Did you play with Dave Valentin? He's from Puerto Rico, no?
Who
Dave
Valentin?
Valentin. Yeah, Dave Valentin.
Yeah. We play
Yeah.
a lot together. He died about 4 years, five
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of his flute playing. Yeah.
Yeah, we played together in an album that we did, the GRP All Star.
Mm-hmm.
He's there playing. Pa, pa, para, pa, para, be, pa, pa,
All
pa,
right.
para, pa, pa. Yeah,
Manteca, you guys played there, yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm playing there the percussions, and they Waco is playing drums.
Mm-hmm.
Paratucci,
For
Arturo
sure.
Sandoval.
For sure, yeah. But
Yeah,
you also must be a killer sight reader if you're working for the movies, if you're recording.
I can read music really well
Mm-hmm. That's what they need, yeah. Mm-hmm.
because sight reading is an everyday thing.
Mm-hmm.
You don't just read once in a while. You won't get it if you just read once in a while music.
Right.
You won't get it.
Right.
I read I train. I practice every day from 7 o'clock in the morning
Mm-hmm.
in my studio, in my house, in my studio.
You work on the sight reading as well? New charts all the time?
I work on the very uh, challenging books
Mm-hmm.
that is called uh, polyrhythmic studies for snare drum.
Okay.
Very difficult for a lot of people. I'm going to give you a little story about this. You went to my country. You play with Jose Luis.
I did, yeah. Thank you for the recommendation. Yeah.
Well, Jose Luis is a genius. He's a genius. He can play everything. See, the Peruvian musicians have a gift that they can simulate and play and understand music, especially rhythms, because some of our music are in 3 different rhythms at the same time. Like for example, the music is in 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, ta 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 ta, and the singing is in 5.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then the clap is in 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then the singing is in 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. You know, so because we have those elements when we are born, we can play what we call it superimposed rhythms. They begin in one, begin over here, and after many 16 phrases, they get reunited again, you know. And for example, like I can clap in 4/4, and I can sing in 5/8, you know. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, tan 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 7 2. Sometimes I do it like this. Once I went to England, do a percussion, drums and percussion teaching seminar in the Royal Music of England. The percussion is from the LSO. They invited me.
Okay.
So I went over there, and my instruments arrived late. So I started the clinic. There was about 400 or 500 student musicians, drummers, percussionists. They came to see me, and I said, "Well, we have to start at this time. I don't have the instrument. They're setting it up right now, so I'm just going to play my body. I'm going to talk about rhythms, and I'm going to show you something that maybe you might like." So I said, I'm not even using my hands. I'm going to just sing with a rhythm of 4 and what we call a group of 5 and group of 7. So I got the microphone and I did this. That's in 4. And then a group is going to be like a 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5, you know, like that. 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4, you know, that's a group. You know, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. That's it. So I'm going to do 4. That's 1. And then 7. One.
So you used your own instruments.
Huh?
You used your own instruments, body instruments, parts,
Yeah.
tongue and.
Yeah, but that's not easy. That take people maybe 10 years to get it. That coordination.
I'm sure, yeah.
Not too many people can say, "Oh, I can do and sit down and do that." No, I don't think so. You have to be born in that. Like I explained what we do in Peru. You know, you're born from a baby. You start listening to those kind of a superimposed rhythm. It's called.
Is it true that what I've heard that you in the beginning it was not so easy to find like jazz gigs that you wanted to play because everyone thought that you were from Peru, you should play more the Latin kind of stuff. Did it take some time until you played the other styles as well as much as you preferred?
I never had that problem. I don't know who said that. I never said that. No.
So you got the same offers for a swing gig like you got for a salsa gig, the same kind of offers.
Yeah, I didn't play much salsa. I know how to play it, but I didn't play much salsa. I had a family at a very early age. When I was 22, my first daughter was born. So for me, it was very important the business. I needed to make money to be able to educate my children.
Mhm.
You know, playing salsa, you don't make money. I know how to play it, so I just record it.
Okay.
I only go to the studios, and they can pay me a big money to play salsa in the studios,
Mhm.
but not gigs. I didn't play gigs. I didn't do just gigs either because they don't pay much. But
So
I
okay.
record in the
Mhm.
studio.
Yeah.
That's why I stay in Los Angeles, and
Mhm.
that's why I start recording in Peru as well, playing in the studios in Peru, playing in the studios in New York, in Miami, in Puerto Rico, in Las Vegas, and here in Los Angeles. You know.
Mhm.
But
Can
I
you?
didn't have a problem
Okay.
in any style because I studied.
No, I'm sure you can play all the styles. I didn't mean that. Yeah. Is it possible that you share some experience or some impressions you had when you recorded Touchstone with Chick Corea? What was that like?
That's another style of music right there. That's flamenco music. Flamenco music. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 11 takes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 11, 12. So you have to really know this clave, the clave, this pattern.
Mhm.
Like in Latin music is ta ah 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 ah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, it's all about counting and feeling the accents of the pattern. Every music has this kind of, we call it claves, clave, and we have to learn how to count them so we can display it properly, so they can feel it, and we can learn it. And then when it's implanted in us, we perform, we improvise, and we really become very free understanding the genre, the style. So Touchstone, the person that recommended me to play Touchstone with Chick Corea was Paco de Lucia. For the reason Paco knew the cajon, and Paco knew that in the whole world, maybe there are three, maybe four, but three for sure, three countries in the whole world that can play in three with a lot of freedom: Peru, Venezuela, and Spain.
Mhm.
Then there is no other country that can play openly in three.
Okay.
So he knew already that I play with Wayne and Joe. And if you play with Wayne Shorter and you play with Joe Zawinul, then you are ranked in a higher level, because to play with those genius of music, you know, Wayne created music, and Joe also create. Those are creators. They invented a sound, a style. Wayne wrote for Miles Davis plenty, many tunes, songs. You know, he wrote Footprint. You know, and Sawinul, they genius. So Paco knew that I play with them. He said, Alex is from Peru, and he played with Joe and Wayne. He can do this. So he recommended me to Chick. He told
Mhm.
Chick, you know, hi, Alex Acuna. I'm not going to mention another big drummer, one of the most famous drummers in the whole world, tried to play that music and he didn't make it. He didn't cut it. But I'm not going to mention the name because it's not good. And it's a huge, one of the biggest names that record with everybody.
Okay.
And Paco said, no, the guy that can play this is Alex.
Mhm.
The other thing is, Chick Corea, I know he's dead, is and was and is the only American musician that can play flamenco music better than the flamenco players. There is no other guy. There is no Herbie Hancock. There is no Keith Jarrett. There is, Chick. When Chick played, all the great piano players from Spain, jazz players like Chano Dominguez, they copy Chick because Chick is a flamenco, like born, like he was born with the gypsies,
Mhm.
and jazz, and he played everything, he played jazz, Latin, everything. So when he recommended me, I went and first of all, I met with him. I went to his house and he showed me the music. I said, "Wow, I need to practice this to be able to be free to play in this song in these songs." He said, "Yeah, okay." So we went and recorded, and I'm glad that you heard that music because not too many people really knows that album.
Yeah, I love to listen to that one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What instrument do you play?
I play clarinet and bass clarinet. Yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah. Do you remember the name Swiss drummer Alex Pauli?
No.
By any chance? No, he told me that, I'm not sure if it's true because I wasn't there, but he mentioned that he introduced you to Paiste, the brand Paiste.
In Switzerland.
Right.
Yeah, at the Montreux Jazz Festival.
Probably.
Oh, he didn't tell you that because that's the place the first time I met Paiste.
Okay, so it must have been there, yeah.
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 Right. It has to be there because that's the first time when I was doing a sound check with Weather Report, I was playing percussion. They brought all these Paistes. I said, "Wow, I never seen it before in my life." I'm from America. I don't live in Europe, so I don't know about it. And he said, "You can use them." Oh, great. I wasn't endorsed. I was just beginning my new career playing jazz with Weather Report. So they gave me a lot of symbols and I said, "Well, I'm not endorsed. I can be an endorser." I became an endorser, but I don't remember the name of the person that you just mentioned.
Yeah. Okay. What I also love is when you play that. Was that just a project for one time, like the Hang with Don Grusin and Dave Grusin? That was a killer band. Yeah. Can you?
Amazing band. Yeah, very good musicians right
lineup,
there. Yeah. Ernie Watts and the flute player was fantastic.
Yeah, Nelson Rangel. Yeah.
Nelson Rangel. Yeah.
Yeah. Was that a one gig that was filmed and produced, or was it like a week or a tour?
No,
or?
We rehearse during the day and we tape it in the evening.
Okay, I see.
Yeah,
real quick.
Yeah, real quick. It's LA, Los Angeles. It's like that. Everything is okay, done. Next. It was a great experience. But I play with them a lot. I play with both Dave and Don very much.
And I heard about this. I forgot the name of this Christian band you had with the guys. What was
Koinonia.
Right. Can you shortly explain what kind of era that was in your life?
That was the beginning of the 80s. Here in Los Angeles. I became a Christian in 1978 when I moved to Los Angeles. And I met Abraham Laboriel, and we started playing together. And he said, "I wanted to make a group with these Christian musicians that they play with Andre Crouch." See, Andre Crouch was one of the first, or maybe the first in this area in Los Angeles to bring gospel music to the public, not just the churches, And he did recordings in England, live recording in 1976. Under Crouch and the Disciples. So when I met him, I started recording with them, and then we decided to put that band together. And I traveled a little bit. Again, I had to leave the band because of my family. By that time, I already have 3 children. No, 5 children already. 5. Yeah, the other one were very, very young, the newest one, and born here in Los Angeles. And so I said, no, I need to stay in Los Angeles to raise my children and continue to record in the recording in the studios, all kinds of music. You know, it was a very good opportunity in the 80s to be able to really work a lot. Let me see, something's happening. The battery is trying to run. Hold on 1 second. Uh, Hold on, okay? The battery of my phone.
Okay.
Hmm.
Is there something I can do?
I'm sorry.
What? I was saying, is there something I can do?
The battery of my phone, of my whatever computer that I'm using, is running out. Uh, Let me see. Hold on. Can you see me and hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Join.
You are already here. I had to remove you once because I see you twice otherwise.
Hold on 1 second. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm here still.
Yeah. Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you too.
Yeah, for some reason, it's like the big.
It's
I can hear myself very, very loud.
now
Let
it's
me.
now
let
it's
me
better,
put-
right? Now it's better, right?
Yeah, I can hear you good. Yeah, now it's better. Yes,
Yeah,
for sure.
I removed you once. You were here twice.
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah. It should be fine like that if you don't.
It keeps saying join. It's connecting.
Yeah, don't join because you're already here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me see. Full screen. Okay. I would like to see you now.
You don't see me?
No.
I'm sorry for that. I don't know what happened. Yeah.
Let me see.
I still look the same.
I think me too. Let me see.
If you're,
Yeah.
yeah, it's okay for you. Okay.
You can see me?
Yeah, you're still in the frame. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, but I cannot see you. I don't know why.
It should be fine. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I don't know why I'm here and the camera is on. Yeah.
Yeah, it was my battery was getting the battery because I improvise. Anyhow,
I was going to ask. It's such a beautiful reason that you mentioned that you have a family, so you would like to stay home, and I think this is a beautiful thing. That is, some nations have it more, and maybe it's. I heard a similar story from Abe Laboriel too, that he at some point said, I should work a little less or I should stay home. and take care about the family. And I think that's a beautiful thing, and you did it, and consequently, and it's not to say only yes to music, but also say yes to other things in life. And it's beautiful how you keep that balance.
Yeah, it's yeah, that's exactly, you say the right word right there. The balance is very important. Music, like many millions of musicians or thousands or whatever, uh, music is a gift that's been given to us. So I don't think that's going to disappear from that.
Mm-hmm.
It's always, but family is also been given to us. Finding uh, your beautiful wife and your beautiful children. Now I have 9 grandchildren, and uh, and we enjoy and having fun with that at the most we can, because we know that we're going to be here in this earth maybe just 100 years and then leave. And music is going to be the same. The music is there. It's a beautiful gift that we love, and that we consider, most of us consider that it's probably the best job in the whole world, because we enjoying what we do, what we're doing, what we're working. We have a lot of fun, a lot of joy, and also we can also be fruitful, raising a family, sending the children to have a great education, and be together all these times of our life. So I know a lot of musicians that they are divorced, but I don't look that as a down or anything or negative. The situations, whatever relationships is formed, however the relationship is formed in the home, I think it has to be with the mind of the wife and the husband, and it has to be one. And we have to put God in the middle of that, and to have that kind of a life constantly, not just once in a while. In our home is constantly. All my children are Christians, and my grandchildren are Christians as well. And I have worshippers. My daughter is an incredible worshiper, singer, pianist.
Mm-hmm.
They sing in churches. She's always invited to go and sing. And I've done Christian music with Koinonia as well, and my own albums. I'm preparing right now my album, Christian album, and so I love gospel music. There's so many out there, beautiful singers, amazing orchestras, big bands, uh, spiritual, powerful. The word of God is also in the performances,
Mm-hmm.
and I love gospel music very much. I listen to gospel music every day,
Mm-hmm.
and so yeah, that's why it's important for us to be together with the family. Like next week, we're gonna go all together. We're gonna go to a lake. My sons, they have a boat,
Mm-hmm.
and we're gonna spend a week over there. We rent a big house, maybe 12 bedrooms, and we are about 20 of us, and we cook. It's so yeah. It's very important to have
Mm-hmm.
so many different dynamics inside the family.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Beautiful, yeah. And I mean, you have played so many different styles with so many different people, and recorded and toured. And is there something that you haven't done that is still that interests you, that maybe is on your bucket list that you would like to do, or to meet someone that you haven't played with, or something like that that is still unfulfilled in a little bit?
No, no. It's been. I don't want to say also that is over fulfilled, because I think I play with the right people that I always wanted to play. Definitely,
Uh-huh.
the one that I miss, that I didn't have the chance to play, because when I came, he died. is my favorite jazz musician of all the times. His name is John Coltrane.
Okay, you would have loved to play with him, huh?
Yeah, I'm
Hmm.
pretty sure if he would have been alive, we would have played together for sure.
Hmm.
Because I became very close friend with Elvin Jones.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's the musician that I miss. But then I play with everybody,
Right.
Christina Aguilera, I record with Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston, U2, and the list goes over, forever, the big albums with all of them.
Hmm.
I play jazz with the greatest jazz players. We play with Herbie and Chick and Sawinul and Jaco and everybody else, Stanley Clark, and so
Hmm.
many. Paquito Rivera is a great clarinet player, and we played together, and it's been an amazing trip. I'm still recording
Hmm.
with a lot of different artists, and not only that, like last night I played, like I told you, I play at the Hollywood Bowl, and tomorrow I'm going to be doing just all percussion and drums, the history of drums. They're going to videotape
Hmm.
and for a non-profit organization museum in Texas, close to Dallas, and I be the main person displaying, playing, explaining about Asian percussion, about African percussion,
Hmm.
about South American percussion and jazz and marching. And so, I'm looking forward to that to be in a video that they be displaying at the history of the drums
Hmm.
in, in this museum in Dallas. And so I've been very, how to call it, blessed with all the things that I have done. Uh, right, I think what's happening right now, the industry is still directing, a lot of the styles of the music, selling the products of everybody, but they're not really pursuing so much in the artistic. Seem like they have the control of directing. No, this kind of music, that kind of music, this kind of music, to make, which is okay. It became a big business,
Hmm.
and with videos and Blu-rays and everything, and
Right.
definitely before. But but what I'm very happy about it is there are so many young musicians coming out. There is one piano player that I don't know if you know. His name is Jesus Molina.
Yeah, the name I heard. Yeah.
Well, he's a Christian and he plays at the same level of uh, Keith Jarrett. And he's only like 22, 23 years old. But he also loves God. He also sings, and he's living here in Los Angeles.
Hmm.
And when you see him play, I'm going to send you a song that he just did recently with a trio.
Hmm.
You can see his his level.
Hmm.
And so when I see musicians like him, I said, I'm so wonderful, happy because I know the music is going to stay in good hands. Musicians like that.
Hmm.
And I'll be playing with him soon. I'm going to invite him to play in my album.
Oh, great.
Yeah, yeah. So to answer your question, no, I think I play with all the people that I was supposed to be playing.
That's great. And you mentioned Elvin Jones before, and he had brothers, Thad Jones and Hank Jones, and I know you come from a musical family. You played with, you had a lot of brothers and sisters playing music in the early days, or still, or
Yeah, well, my brothers, they're older than me. So if I'm 77, my oldest brother is 94,
okay.
and some other ones are dead. And
Hmm. Hmm.
so they retire, and yeah, I grew up in a family of musicians, and it was an amazing experience for me to be able to grown up with my father. Actually, my father' main instrument is clarinet.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah, and two of my brothers play clarinet and saxophone and soprano and
Mhm,
flute and
mhm,
everything, all the reeds,
mhm,
especially those kinds.
mhm.
And but yeah,
So the percussion was reserved until you came up.
well, they also play percussion, but the
Mhm,
percussion didn't call them. when when I start playing naturally by 3 4 years old,
mhm,
the percussion called me. He says, "We want you to play us." Okay, so metaphorically speaking,
mhm, mhm, I see.
I start playing, and I play. Uh, I didn't go to school or anything. I just listen to a lot. I still listen to a lot of music,
Mhm,
and I just learned by listening and copying what I was hearing.
mhm,
And even when they brought me to United States, I was 18 years old, 1 8.
mhm,
Uh, I didn't know the rudiments of the drums, nothing.
mhm,
And but I was playing and recording already with professional musicians. So it was a gift. And
mhm,
then I studied myself. I studied little piano and how to play mallets a little bit, just for to enhance and to grow
mhm, mhm,
as a better musician.
mhm, mhm,
So that's what I kind of saw that music is something that you have to continue loving it. Even I'm not going to be a professional piano player, but I like to sit down and learn harmonies and play and
mhm,
sight read a little bit. I think it's wonderful to do
mhm,
all of that because you develop a good ear training and
mhm,
harmony also. And
mhm,
it's fantastic. Music is beautiful. You know that.
mhm, mhm. Tomorrow, you said you have the history of the drums that you're gonna perform and the videotape, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're gonna do a video and that they're gonna show at this museum of the history
Okay.
of drums
Yeah.
in Texas, in Dallas. And tomorrow, and 2 days, the 26th and the 27th, we're gonna be recording at United Artists
Mhm,
Studios
mhm,
in Los Angeles, which it was for a long time Ocean Way,
mhm,
and, and now we became United Artists again,
mhm,
which I recorded in that studio when I came in 1964. It's 58 years ago.
mhm, mhm.
But I've been recording there all the time,
Yeah.
the recording that studio. But anyhow, they rename it again United Artists
Mhm,
Recording Studios.
mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm doing that tomorrow, and
Beautiful. Hope you have
yeah.
fun there. Yeah.
Oh, I am
I'm sure
looking
you will.
forward,
Yeah.
looking forward. But I also have a studio in my home, and this afternoon by 3:30, I'm going to be
Mhm.
recording also.
Oh, great.
Uh,
That was my last question. I wanted to know if you're recording at home or if you have to go to the studios with your car and instruments, or you have instruments in all the studios already that are waiting for you to record.
No, we have a company. It's called over here the Carriage Company. They do
Okay.
all. They bring the trucks full of
Mm,
cases
mm,
of the instrument that I have and my collections,
mhm,
and then in my house I have also enough to cover the sounds.
mhm.
And yes, I done a couple movies from my studio.
Okay.
One of them is already out. It's called Minions.
Oh, you play on the
Uh,
minions as well.
on the last Minions, yeah.
Hmm. From
But
at
I
home.
also
At
at
home, you.
home
Ah, okay.
recorded
Recorded at
at
home.
home.
Hmm.
But last December, four of the big movies uh, they came in December. I played all the Latin percussion on West Side Story, the new one,
Hmm.
directed by Steven Spielberg,
Hmm.
and also Dudamel was the conductor, Gustavo Dudamel from the LA Philharmonic.
Hmm.
And then I also play on the last movie, Spider-Man. I play on that too.
Okay.
and then I play on Sing 2, Sing number 2. And then I play on Encanto. That's the 4 movies that they came in December. Very big movies, huge movies.
Yeah.
And they people are beginning to go again to the theaters, and they also buying, downloading, So that's the beautiful thing about being a studio musician and recording on movies, because the musicians, we get we make a lot of royalties
Right.
when they start distributing and showing and displaying in the plane, in the theaters, on TV, in your home, rentals, and all that. We make a little portion of that royalties. This is a beautiful thing that happens in United States with the Federation of Musicians.
Right. Have you had that deal as well when you recorded some albums with the big stars? Like
yeah, the same thing. Yeah, we get that, and also
coming in.
the check is coming in, and also now about 10 years ago, I discovered that a company in England, the lady, her name is Jan Newman. She started doing business with many studio musicians here in Los Angeles for it's called interpreters. Like in all the records that you play throughout your life, we never knew that every time it's playing the radio or whenever it's played, that we also make royalties. So I remember the first time that she sent me a check, I said, "Oops, wow."
That is a good thing, yeah.
Yeah, so now every 3 months, because I'm still contributing, playing.
Yeah, a lot.
She sends me some money from Europe as well, So it's a good country to be a musician that a studio musician in United States is a wonderful country, because all these attributes really are covering us, taking care of us in that way with royalties,
Right.
Yeah.
It was an absolute pleasure to talk with you, Alex. It's so easygoing and loose and honest. I really appreciated that you took some time to chat with me.
Thank you, Simon.
Yes.
We can continue. I have your. I'm gonna send you what I promised.
I would love that. Yeah.
And also a record that I did of Peruvian music, where Wayne Shorter play and Paquito play, and also Ernie Watts they play.
Fantastic.
And a long time ago, I did it in 1989, but I still is fresh, because it's not a style of music. It's not a genre that is well known yet. So you will love it.
Yeah, I'll look forward very much to listen to fresh sounds coming from you anyway. Yeah.
Thank you so much, and let's keep in touch.
Let's do that.
Yeah. Also, just to tell you, for you, don't tell anyone, because they made me sign a non-disclosure contract. They film a big movie in Machu Picchu and in Cusco, in my country.
Right.
It's called the Transformers 7.
Oh, the action movie, right?
Yeah, action movie, and all the background is Peruvian music, Black Afro-Peruvian music, Andean music from the Andes, with the singers like Ima Sumac and Kenas and Zampoñas, and so I'm involved in that too, with writing music with the composer right now.
Oh wow, beautiful. Yeah, you see that there's no way around you. You see, Alex, you're always involved everywhere.
Yeah, I've been blessed. I've been blessed.
Yeah,
I've been blessed. Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Yes.
So
Thank you so much, Simon.
Thank you, Alex. Yeah.
Let's continue once in a while. Whatever. Just drop me a call. Whatever we can talk.
Yeah, appreciate so much. Years ago, I asked you for advice, and you were gracious enough to recommend me to Jose Luis, and I went to Lima and played with him. And it was thanks to you. Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, are you planning to go back to Lima? No.
I would love to. but not at the moment. Yeah, I was there, I think, in 2018 or 19.
Yeah, that's right. 18,
Yeah,
I think it was.
yeah,
Yeah.
something like that. So.
Wonderful. Anyhow,
Okay.
here we are. Thank you so much for your time and the invitation and for the talk and all of that. And
thank you, Alex. Yeah, have a lovely day ahead.
You
yeah.
too.
Mhm.
You too.
Okay.
Bye
Goodbye.
bye, Simon. God
Bye,
bless
Alex.
you.